Hi everyone, in this video you are going to learn about introductions to probabilities. So you will first learn about sample space and then event, followed by tree diagram, and then I will also teach you on how you can solve probability questions. So let's move on to the first examples. So what is a probability? We can illustrate using one example. Let's say we throw a coin, so we can possibly get head or tail. So in this case, the sample space, which is all the possible outcomes, is head or tail. Then what is an event? Events means that, for instance, the coin is showing head. This is an event. So to recall, sample space is all the possible outcomes, so which is head and tail. Event is a particular occurrence of that event. For instance, the coin is showing head. Let's move on to the probability examples. So now let's have one more example. Let's say if we have two coins are thrown, what is the probability of getting two head? So we can do this by using tree diagram. So what is the first coin possible outcome? Head or tail? So how about the second coin? It can be head or tail. For the second coin, it can also be a head or tail if the first coin is a tail. So there are four possible outcomes: HH, HT, TH, and TT. So probability of getting two heads is this first one. So we write in what is the probability of event being two heads. So one out of the four possible outcomes, which is 0.25, is also equivalently 25%. Let's move on to another examples that you can try. Now let's say if we have three coins are thrown. Same, we use the tree diagram to draw out. So for the first coin, H or T. So after the first coin, we have the second coin, also possibly H or T. H or T. Then we have the third coin, which is also H or T. H or T. H or T. H or T. So in here we have 8 possible outcomes: HHH, HHT, HTH, HTT, THH, THT, TTH, TTT. So if we want to find out what is the probability that we have all the tails, TTT, for all the three coins, so 1 out of 8, which is 0.125 and equivalently 12.5%. There's a quick way to do these questions, which is to use n to the power of r. So what is n? Is that n is the number of possible outcomes, which is h or t. So there are two possible outcomes here. Then r is actually how many coins are there here, number of coins. or objects, so which is 3. So 2 to the power of 3, you will get 8 possible outcomes. So this is the way how you can actually get the number of possible outcomes. Finally, we can also try some of the exercises. So let's say if we have this example, if you flip 2 fair coins, what is the chance of getting at least one tail? I give you some time to think about it. Okay, let's say we have 2 fair coins. So the first thing we must always do is that we will draw out the tree diagram. So let's say we have H or T, H or T, H or T. So if you want to get at least one tail, the event, at least one tail, so we know that we have HH as outcome, HT, TH, TT. So we can see out of the 4 possible outcomes, we have 3 that have at least one T. So it's 3 over 4, which is 0.75, 75%. Next, we have the second questions. If you flip 3 fair coins, what is the chance of getting at least 2 heads? So similarly, we draw out the tree diagram. HT, 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 and HT. So we have again 8 possible outcomes: HHH, HHT, HTH, HTT, THH, THT, TTH, TTT. So let's say we want to get at least 2 heads. So looking at the 8 possible outcomes, which one has at least 2 heads? First one, second, third, this one don't have, 4, this one don't have, don't have, don't have. So there are only 4 outcomes that out of all the 8 outcomes have at least 2 heads. So 4 over 8, which is half, which is 50%. So if you flip 3 fair coins, what is the chance of getting exactly 3 heads? So let's say we have exactly 3 heads, HHH. So there's only one possibility out of the 8 outcomes that we can get all heads. So the answer is 1 over 8, which is 0.125 and 12.5%. So if you look at the questions here, fair means that there are equal chance of head or tail happening. Let's move on to another example. So let's say now we have a dice is tossed. So as we know that dice has the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we want to find out the probability of getting a 5. So what is the probability that the event happening, which is 5, appears on the dice. So we know that there are 6 possible outcomes, and the probability that 5 can happen is 1 over 6. So let's try another example. What is the chance of getting even number? So what is an even number? 2, 4, 6 is even number. So probability that the event which is even number, so we will have 2, 4 or 6 happening, appearing on the dice. So there are 3 out of 6 chance that these events will happen. Either 2, 4 or 6 will appear on the dice. So we have 1 over 2, which is 50% chance that it will happen. Next, move on to the next questions. For question C, we have the chance of getting number at least 3. So for numbers at least 3, we have 3, 4, 5 or 6. So there are 4 possible outcomes out of the 6 total outcomes. So will be 4 over 6, which is 2 over 3. Finally, what is the probability of getting numbers less than 5? So what is the numbers that is less than 5 on a dice? You can have some thinking time. 1, 2, 3 or 4. So there are 4 numbers that are actually less than 5. So 4 over 6 is 2 over 3. So with this, you get an idea on how you can actually solve probability questions. Please note that the probability of an event occurring is always greater or equal to 0 or less than or equal to 1. 1 means that it will always happen. 0 means that it will never happen. So your answer must be in this range. So if you learn something new today and you want to learn more about mathematics topics, you can look into my playlist, and welcome to like and subscribe and share with your friend. Thank you.